2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. For the Timberwolves, I'm sure starting the season at home would be their preference, because these fans are not going to make it easy on them tonight. But their focus is still going to be on walking out of that building 1-0. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before. Kenny has said it many times. It could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year in winning the ring.
That was an incredible run. But some teams that looked unstoppable last year will start to show some cracks in their armor. But the other teams that didn't look like much on paper last year,
welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. This is the first they're seeing of the Timberwolves here. First game of the NBA's regular season for them. Last season they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. But you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Howard. Alec Burks is out there with Carter Williams, and it's Hayward, and it's Favors in at the power forward position.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
Now here's Whiteside. Shot, no good. Excellent D from Howard. Carter Williams against Parsons. And stolen by Parsons. To the paint, here's Crawford, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Crawford's got his second basket of the night. And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft, Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. The quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And here's Hayward following the three from Eric Bledsoe. Hayward kicks to Carter Williams. Favors with a screen on Bledsoe. 5 on the clock, and once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Carter Williams, the pass to Hayward, and it falls over the rim and in.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The three, Bledsoe. They get it again. Second shot opportunity, and Parsons with the lay-in.
Well, Merry Christmas. That was a freebie.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Carter Williams with it. There's the dish to Favors. Hayward outside. Back to Favors. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Favors has got his first 2 points of the night. Lakers leading by 3. Bledsoe dishes to Crawford. He feeds it to Johnson. Pass to Whiteside. Clock at 6. Johnson the screen. Right side, good.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now, here's Burks. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Nice work there coming off the screen.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Here is Bledsoe. Derek Favors making his last shot. Got that bucket in no time at all. Parsons got 5 now.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Now here's Carter Williams. Bledsoe comes over to help. Here's Burks. Not enough on that one as it misses. Lakers leading by 6. Crawford up top. Carter Williams covering. Carter Williams against Crawford. Pass to Bledsoe. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Now here's Howard. 18 feet out. Parsons with the rebound.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net. Well, somehow the Lakers managed to avoid ending up in last place in the West last season. Still, it's a far, far cry from the Lakers teams of the past. Only 21 wins for them on the season.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Now the Lakers on the break. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by Crawford. Crawford's got 3 assists in the game. And for the Lakers against the rest of the West last year, they only went 9-43, Greg, in their own conference matches.
Yeah, and never a good sign when less than half of your wins come against your own conference. The Lakers know they have a long road ahead of them to get back to their years of Western Conference dominance.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Whiteside. Timberwolves also changing it up. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for Burks. And it's Mills in for Carter Williams. Timberwolves trail by 11. Now here's Mills. Howard kicks to Crabb. There's the pass to Hayward. 5 to shoot. And the layup falls.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And here's Barea. Back to Bledsoe. And it's sent back by Howard. Here's Crabb. Guarded by Barea. Favors with the screen. Hayward goes home.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Bledsoe passes to Crawford. And stolen by Hayward. Screen by Howard. Out to Hayward. Uncovered. The rebound by Johnson.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Well, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Sam Mitchell. Doris, what's the news?
Yes, Kevin, he's certainly mindful of the shot-blocking presence they'll run up against inside. But he doesn't want them shying away offensively. If anything, he said, we've got to be aggressive, but also patient. If we can be deceptive in the way we attack, and there are ways to do that, we can be successful inside. Guys, let's see how successful they can be.
All right, Doris, thank you. Taking on a defense like the one they're facing today has certainly got their attention.
You know, you have to watch film on them for a few minutes to see how sturdy they are defensively.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no surprise they spent the bulk of their preparations getting their offensive game plan in place and ready to roll.
Now, here's Mills. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's pass. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
That's good. Timberwolves trail by 7. And guys, what a spark plug J.J. Barea has been throughout his career. When he comes in the game, you can feel the lift. We saw a couple games against Houston in the playoffs. Saw it back in 2011 in the championship season for the Mavs.
That's a great point. I mean, he has an energizing effect on his teammates, the fans, and the announcers. I mean, he just brings so much spirit and hustle to the games. Very hard not to root for a guy like that.
For me, my favorite memory of Barea is his outstanding postseason in 2011. The Mavericks had to get through the Lakers and the Heat to win their first championship. And Barea broke down those defenses by streaming to the hoop every chance he got. Actually, he squirted to the hoop.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And getting back to Barea's contribution against the Lakers back in 11, Barea led a fourth quarter comeback in game 2 to help the Mavs win. Big swing in that series. And then after the game, Kobe Bryant said that Barea kicked our you-know-whats. And ultimately, Barea helped the Mavs go on to win their only championship.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Reed is checked in for Parsons. Chandler comes in for Amir Johnson. Caruso, who's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Livingston in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Caruso. And here's Chandler from the arc. It's rebounded by Bass. Timberwolves trail by 5. Mills dishes to Hayward. Passes it to Mills. Fires the 3. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And taken away by Johnson. Crabbe kicks to Johnson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've definitely had a hot hand from 3-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And he makes both free throws. 1:14 left to play here in the first. And the Timberwolves call time here. It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Lakers. So it's Minnesota now, trailing by 4. Johnson, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And, you know, even though the Wolves have been out of the playoffs so long, you get the sense it won't be too much longer. They've got a really nice core to build around, and I think could be special, especially Andrew Wiggins.
And as you mentioned, the Wolves could be back in the playoffs in due time. They are headed in the right direction. Some mistakes have been made along the way, but you have to like their future now.
Now here's Chandler. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Stolen. Fast break, Minnesota. And Hayward gets it to go.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Here's Karasov. The three. Crab pulls it in. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Chandler. Here's Bass. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Bass has got 6 points.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Now here's Crawford. Offensive rebound. Here's Hayward, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Here is Livingston to end the run. No good. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Timberwolves lead by 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be... And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he's
almost like a soccer atmosphere.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Favors is out there with Howard. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Mills in at the 1 spot. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Burks, the pass to Johnson. Misses in close.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Livingston kicks to Bledsoe. Dishes to Karasov. Rebound, Minnesota. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And that's now 9 points for Derek Favors. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And stolen by Favors. Now, here's Burks. Not a lot of room. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in fewest turnovers per game. 5th in second chance points. And they were in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. I think that speaks to the fact that this team aggressively goes after the basketball at every position.
Yeah, and the stat I look to, though, is the low turnovers. They did such a great job of limiting their mistakes, really maximizing their opportunities offensively.
Minnesota making a switch here. Carter Williams is checked in. Johnson kicks to Carter Williams. Favors sets the pick for Carter Williams. He dishes it to Favors. Here's Howard. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And the Lakers call time here.
For your Laker girls.
A completely new group for Los Angeles. Lakers trail by 12. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Barea. And the Lakers with another miss.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Howard. Second shot opportunity, and Favors finishes it off. Favors got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, this run largely the result of offensive rebounding.
And offensive rebounding typically is about effort. They are just flat out playing harder.
Johnson against Parsons. Right side a screen. Taylor Parsons, and that's good. Parsons got 8 points.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
That's good. And that's 13 points for Derek Favors.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense. And no doubt the Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster. And at times they were just feasted upon on the inside.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 13-3 run. Now Carter Williams still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The Lakers did have problems defending inside, Greg. You're right, both on drives, Clark, and on post-ups.
Yeah, you know, they were second to last in the league in field goal percentage at their own rim. And rim protection is more than just blocking shots. They got a lot of blocks as a team, but anything they didn't block went in.
Rebound the Lakers.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Barea with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And taken away by Johnson. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Grabs checked in for Wesley Johnson. Burks dishes to Craig. Can't connect from short range. Lakers trail by 15. Here's Barea. Offline with his 3. Timberwolves have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Here's Crabb, guarded by Barea. Here's Favors, lays it up and banks it in. Favors has got 15 points.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
And the Lakers call time here.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And, boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
with some changes. Crawford comes in for Weber. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for J.J. Barea. Minnesota also with the sub. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Alec Burks. Lakers trail by 17. Now here's Bledsoe. 6 points for him. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Now looking now at the numbers for Gordon Hayward. A very nice season for him last year. Put up about 19 points a game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way.
Brandon Bass is checked in for the Timberwolves. Kicks to Crabb for the 3. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got 4 assists in the game.
Fellas, I'll tell you, I was really surprised when Michael Carter Williams got traded last season. It's so hard to find point guards with his length and instincts. I mean, you just have to wonder what's going on in Philly.
Bledsoe against Carter Williams. 4 on the shot clock. Right side a screen. Knocked away. And they're on the break. Here's Crabb. Lays it in off the breakaway. Crabb's got 5 now.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
On the subject of Michael Carter Williams, his assists went up last season. His rebounds went up last season as well. But, Greg, the one thing you can't seem to lock down is his shooting stroke.
Yeah, last season hitting just 38% from the field, and you expect more out of him at this stage. But remember, this is a young player, and oftentimes your field goal percentage isn't necessarily a reflection of your ability to make shots, but more so your ability to take good ones. So shot selection, I think, plays a role for him as well.
Johnson, the pass to Crawford. Clock at 6. And it's blocked.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
Favors against Whiteside, and stolen by Favors. Drops in the breakaway layup. Favors has got 19 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Bledsoe for 3, and the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
He is on fire from behind the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
Carter Williams kicks to Hayward. Johnson with the block. One-on-one fast break. Here's Crawford. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Timberwolves leading by 18. Minnesota calls timeout. And watching Amir Johnson Clark, he seems so casual about silently destroying opponents in the paint. And he's carried that air about him almost his entire career.
You know what? He's rarely had plays called for him, Kevin. He doesn't produce a bunch of highlights, but he's really potent. I mean, one of the league's best at defending opponents at the rim, grabbing in-traffic rebounds. Those both are valuable assets.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Reedy's checked in for Whiteside. Chandler comes in for Johnson, and it's Livingston in for Chandler Parsons. 1:29 left now here in the second. Crabb, good.
And talking about Amir Johnson, he's really the last of a discontinued model, if you will. When the Pistons called his name in the 2005 NBA draft, the year before the rookie age limit was put in place, he became the last 18-year-old drafted into our league. And it did take him a number of years to kind of get up to the pro speed.
Here's Crabb. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Guys, did you know not once in Johnson's 10 seasons has he averaged more than 11 points or 7.5 rebounds a game? Sometimes he doesn't even start, and yet there's a certain sect of followers who feel Amir Johnson is among the most valuable, efficient players in the league.
Here's Hayward. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Reed. Livingston dishes to Bledsoe. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touch it last.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
The Lakers making a switch here. Karazov's checked in. They double team Bledsoe. It's stolen by Bass. Here's Crabbe. Reed covering. Hayward goes in. They get the rebound. And that's not going to go. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close. But Timberwolves on top, leading by 17. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Derek Favors. And Derek, a big effort for you in that first half. Did Coach call on you to come out here?
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. A big night so far for Derek Favors. He ended up with 19 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. You could really feel how excited he was to be playing for his new team. Teammates and the coach loving it. And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will...
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
What a game for Favors. He's got 19 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
They've got Amir Johnson. Bledsoe is out there with Crawford. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Parsons in at the small forward position. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Bledsoe against Carter Williams. From the arc. No good from Bledsoe. Timberwolves leading by 19. Feeds to Burks. And here is Carter Williams. He kicks it to Howard. 6 to shoot. Hayward from outside. Hayward missing again. LA's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed.
And last season, really a tale of 2 halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
Well, the Wolves improved just very slightly last year in terms of wins, Clark. The quality of play on the floor, though, was visible.
Yeah, and, the team point differential was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was certainly noticeable.
A young team trying to find their place in the league can have it tough on the road, Clark, and the 2015 Timberwolves typified that sentiment.
In spades, 7-34 on the road last season. Dead last in the West as they won only 3 road games against the rest of the conference.
Bledsoe kicks to Parsons. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 3rd assist on the night. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's Favors. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
And with the Wolves on the road, they shot threes better and had better offense. They would still lose by double digits on average.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Burks can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 19. Parsons outside. The feed to Johnson. There's the dish to Crawford. 6 to shoot. Pass to Parsons. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And, you know, guys, for the Wolves on the road last year, it was hard because they are in the West. I mean, we've talked before about how far they have to travel as a team for their road games.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Timberwolves leading by 19. Favors with the screen. Here's Carter Williams. Another miss by Minnesota. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You got to value the possession of the basketball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Johnson attacking. Just 5 to shoot. Takes it out to Parsons. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
A shot by Hayward, wide open. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 6 assists in the game.
And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Adrian Payne's checked in for Johnson. Chandler comes in for Chandler Parsons. Weber, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for J.J. Barea. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Derek Favors. And for the Lakers, without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person. Clark stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
So a moment now to see the story on Michael Carter Williams. Good season for him last year. 11th in assists, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
He was a consummate playmaker last season, too. Completely unselfish, always has his head up, looking for the open guy.
Johnson outside. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Outside for Bledsoe. They get the rebound. Payne passes to Weber to end the drought. Good work defensively by Johnson.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
And when you get back to Hayward, last year his points per game were way up. But really impressive, his shooting percentage. But really impressive, his shooting percentages were way up. That's a big step forward, I believe, in his development.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Dwight Howard.
You know, on the topic of whether Hayward is a true max prospect, he did some things last year to at least argue that he is. He was stronger, a lot more aggressive going to the rim. His defense improved, too. He'll need another year of development like that to silence the doubters.
And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season, averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
So here's Burks. Johnson outside. And he feeds it to Carter Williams. Rejected by Payne. Johnson against Weber. Over to the left wing. Pass to Chandler. Right side a screen. For three, Bledsoe. No good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
Minnesota leading by 22. Minnesota calls timeout.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Reedy's checked in for Whiteside. Karsov comes in for Payne. And it's Livingston in for Weber. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here is Bass. 6 points for him. On the wing, Johnson. From the high post. And Howard with the stuff.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
No good from Bledsoe.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Passes shot, good.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
For three, Bledsoe. That doesn't go either for Bledsoe.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done. And guys, you know, we talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
Crabbe kicks to Howard. Out to the right wing. Mills, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Crabbe kicks to Mills. Bass against Chandler. And there's the pass to Crabbe. Screened by Howard. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc. Kept alive, Minnesota. There's the killer two-handed slam.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Bledsoe outside. .129 left to play here in the third. It's stolen by Bass. Here's Johnson. Lays it in off the breakaway. Johnson's got 7. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Now here's Mills, guarded by Bledsoe. Bass with the screen. Mills can't hit. The Lakers shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Amir Johnson's checked in for Reed. Parsons comes in for Wilson Chandler. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Karazov. And Barea subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Minnesota also with the sub. Favors is checked in.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Now here's Mills, guarded by Barea. And the shot is good. Mills has got 5 now.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Barea kicks to Livingston. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Livingston's got his first points of the game.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Here's Crabb. He's got 9. Favors with the screen. Here's Mills. Johnson with the block. Here's Livingston. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw good, Livingston. Livingston hits both of them. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Timberwolves ahead, running away with it. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. On the court for Minnesota, we've got Brown. Favors is out there with Johnson, and it's McGarry in at the center, locking down the middle. Payne, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Up top, Weber. Parsons outside, launches it, and a great assist by Weber as that one goes in. And that's 15 points for Chandler Parsons. Rozier the pass to Johnson. Favors with a screen on Parsons. Johnson attacking and stolen by Payne. Parsons outside. The tray. Shot is off. Minnesota leading by 22. And here comes the break.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
Hey, it's not computer programming or rocket science here. I mean, at some point, the defense has to show more urgency getting back in transition.
Yeah, I mean, 6 out of their last 10 points here coming in transition. They are making the game far too easy for the opponent.
For Minnesota, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Johnson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Weber kicks to Johnson. Passes it to Parsons. From deep three-point range, they get it back. Johnson dishes to Payne. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Parsons outside. Parsons can't get that one to fall.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Brown the pass to Rozier. Here's McGarry. Here's Favors. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Derek Favors. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league, had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Reedy's checked in for Johnson. Sergei Karasov comes in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Marshall in for Jamal Crawford. Lakers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Here's Payne. And again, the Lakers no good. Talking about Derek Favors, his points per game average went up last season, as it has done in each of his 6 seasons in the league. He's an ascending player.
He is, definitely refined his moves down on the blocks, and he's also become much improved at passing out of the double team, averaging a career high in assists last season as well. The arrow is certainly pointing up for Mr. Favors.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Favors with the screen. Hayward goes in. Here's McGarry. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
The shot will not go. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Los Angeles has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Reed misses. The Timberwolves have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And a slam dunk by Favors.